Have you ever ended a day feeling busy but not really sure what you actually finished? Like you were doing things all day, answering messages, checking stuff, starting things, but somehow the important work didn't really move. Yeah, I used to have days like that all the time. And honestly, it wasn't because I was lazy, it was because my time had no structure. I just wake up and think, okay, let's be productive today, but there was no real plan beyond that. So I jump between tasks, start something, get distracted, switch again. By the end of the day, I felt tired, but not satisfied. That feeling, being busy but not effective, is more common than people admit, especially if you're a student or juggling multiple things at once. Classes, assignments, maybe a side project, or just trying to stay on top of life. Your brain keeps switching contexts, and every switch costs energy. Most people try to fix this by making longer to-do lists, but that usually makes it worse, because now you have more things, but still no clarity on when you'll actually do them. That's where time blocking changed everything for me. And I'll be honest, I didn't expect it to work this well. At first, it felt a little too structured, like I was planning every minute of my day. But once I understood how to use it properly, it actually made my days feel calmer, not more rigid, just clearer. Here's the idea. Instead of writing a list of tasks, you assign each task a specific time. So instead of saying, I'll study later, you say, from 4 to 5, I'm studying. Simple shift, but it changes how your brain treats the task. Think about this for a second. When something has a time attached to it, it feels real. It's no longer optional.
It becomes an appointment, and we're naturally better at showing up for appointments than vague intentions. Now here's the key part. Good time blocking isn't about filling every hour. It's about protecting your focus. When I started, I made this mistake. I packed my day with back-to-back blocks. No breaks, no breathing room. It looked productive on paper, but in reality, it was exhausting. So I adjusted. Now I keep things simple. I choose 3 to 5 important tasks for the day. That's it. Then I give each one a time block. Not perfect timing, just a clear window. For example, I might say, from 10 to 11:30, I'm working on my assignment. And during that block, I don't switch tasks. No checking random stuff, no multitasking, just one thing. Honestly, this was the hardest part at first, because your brain will try to escape. You'll suddenly remember something else you should be doing or feel the urge to check your phone. That's normal. But when you stay with one task, even when it feels a little uncomfortable, something interesting happens. You go deeper. You stop skimming the surface and you actually make progress. I remember one day in college, I had been avoiding this one assignment for days. It just felt heavy. But I gave it a simple 90-minute block. No pressure to finish it, just to work on it. And in that one session, I got more done than the previous 3 days combined. That surprised me, not because I worked harder, but because I stayed focused longer. Let that sink in. It's not always about doing more. It's about staying with one thing long enough for it to matter. Another small thing that helped, I started adding buffer time between blocks. Even just 10 or 15 minutes. This gives your brain a reset. You can stretch, check messages, or just do nothing for a bit. And when the next block starts, you feel more ready, instead of drained. Also, I stopped being overly strict with myself. If I missed a block, I didn't treat it like failure. I just adjusted. Because real life isn't perfectly scheduled. Some days will be messy, and that's okay. Time blocking isn't about control, it's about direction. That's a big difference. Most people think productivity means squeezing more into their day. But honestly, that's not what changed things for me. What changed was knowing what I'm doing and when, so I don't waste energy deciding all day. That decision fatigue It adds up. When your time is already planned, your brain can relax a little. You just follow the next block. No overthinking. Now, here's a small shift that made a big difference. I started planning my blocks the night before. Nothing complicated, just a rough outline of the next day. Because mornings can be slow, and if you start your day without clarity, it's easy to drift. But when you already know your first block, you start with purpose, even if it's a small task. And small wins matter more than perfect plans. If you take anything from this, let it be this. Your time needs structure, not pressure. You don't need to do everything. You just need to focus on the right things at the right time. That's it. And if you're curious, try this tomorrow. Pick just 3 things you actually want to get done. Give each one a simple time block. Protect that time as best as you can, and see how it feels. Not perfect, just intentional. You might be surprised how much lighter your day feels when your time finally has a place to go. And if this helped you even a little, feel free to like, comment, share, and subscribe. It really supports the channel.